ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यस्य प्रसादादहमेव विष्णुः मय्येव सर्वं परिकल्पितं च इत्थं विजानामि सदात्मरूपं तस्याङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. And now Gaudabada's Kariga on that mantra we are taking, which Gurudeva has taken already. It is easy also that way because we have already heard him. Otherwise it is not easy. Now we will go Vade Atraida Shloka Bhavanti. 8 Shloka Bhavanti. Karikas are always in Shloka form. And it is said there, I am reading the Bhashyam for you. Sometime Bhashyam also you must become used to. You must not always go by the interpretation of the... What does Bhagavan Shankara says about that? About this 7th verse is what is given there in the Karika. He says here, Nivritte sarva dukkhanam Ishana prabhuravyayaha Advaita sarva bhavanam Devasturyo vibhusmrita. So, Devasturyo vibhusmrita. That Turya is remembered in this Karika. Who is that? Who is the powerful Lord? Here says, the Nivrit. I am sorry, I wanted to. Why there is no dukkha? When Turya is there, there is no dukkha. When Turya is not recognized by you, the dukkha is there. Where from the dukkha came? He says here, Prajna Taijasa Vishwa Lakshananam. It is the Lakshana of all these. Prajna Taijasa Vishwa is what? Sarva Dukkhana. In these states are only the dukkhas. Which states? Prajna Taijasa Vishwa Lakshananam Sarva Dukkhanam Nivrittehe. That is true, but nothing has changed. It is not a sukham anyway. Dukkham is not there, but no sukham either. Anandam. Anandam is absence of sorrows. Nivritte Ishanam Sarva Dukkhanam Nivritte. He said that all the 3 states of consciousness are dukkha sambhushta. So if you can't get sleep, it is dukkham. If you walk in the sleep, it is dukkham. Like that, so many types of dukkha is there. Sarva dukkhanam nivrittehe Ishana Sturiya Atma. That Lord, arising from the 3 states of Prajna, Taijasa and Vishwa, who is powerful to bring about. Sarva dukkhanam nivrittehe Ishana. He who is capable of bringing about that dukkha nivritti in the 3 states of consciousness. Which three? The Vishwa Taijasa Prajna. Sarvadukkanam Nivritte Ishana Turiya Atma. That is called Turiya. Ishana ityasya padasya vyakhyanam Prabhuridi. Lord. Prabhu. Prabhu is the meaning of that. Prabhuridi. Dukkha nivrittim prati Prabhur bhavadi tyarthaha. Dukkha nivrittim prati. I don't know whether how much Sanskrit you can accommodate. This is how the Bhashya is written always. Dukkha nivrittim prati Prabhu bhavati. That Prabhu, that Ishana, that Turiya becomes the destroyer of all dukkhas. Tad vijnana nimittatvat dukkha nivrittehe. Tad vijnana nimittatvat. Because of that knowing Turiya, dukkha nivritte happens. He is called the Prabhu, he is called the Ishana of all dukkhas. So the Karika says, Nivritte sarva dukkhanam Ishana Prabhu avyayaha. Avyayaha, which has it doesn't no change in him. Advaita sarva bhavanam devaha. Advaita sarva bhavanam, sarva, Lord of all entities and is all pervading. Devaha Turyo Vibhusmrutaha is called that Lord Turya. In other words, what did you understand? You must also say what you have understood, otherwise I will be going on. When you realize Turya, all these sorrows of the other three states are all gone. Dukkha nivritti is there. That is said there. Hani ho gaya. Prasade sarva dukkhana hani, that is in the Gita. But here he says, in case you happen to have the good, this thing of knowing, realizing the Turiyatma, then there are no more sorrows. So what is the way in which you can get rid of your sorrows of the samsaric life? Is only realize, nothing else. You have to realize. So he says, Advaita sarva bhavanam, and there is only no dvaidam there, sarva bhavanam advaitam. Devasturyo vibhu smritaha. And he is, now avyayo is giving the meaning of that. Avyayo na vedi suruban. Na vedi, na deviates. Vedi there means deviates from his suruba. That which never deviates from his suruba. Suruban na vebicharadi yavad. Edat krida yasmad advaitaha. Sarva bhavana rajju sarpavan mrishatvat sa esha devo dyodana turiya chaturdo vibhu vyabhi smrta. All that we have done yesterday, that he is known as Turya Smrtaha, means he is remembered as the Turyatma, in whose understanding we get rid of all our samsara anarthakya nivritti is the realization of the Atma Jnanam gives you this benefit that all samsara dukkha nivritti. Sarvada. Now, Vishwadinam samanya vishesha bhavo nirupyade tudya yadhatmya avadharanartham. Now, Vishwadinam samanya vishesha bhavaha nirupyade. There, in order to understand tudya yadhatmya avadharanartham, avadharanam, understanding of tudya, we are describing the Vishwa in detail. Vishwadi are described. Karyakarana baddhautau इष्येदे विश्वतैजसौ प्राज्ञः कारणबद्धस्तु द्वौ तौ तुर्येण सिद्ध्यतः कार्यकारणबद्धौ कार्यं क्रियत इति बलभावः कारणं करोति इति बीजभावः. That is description of karyakarana. Now tattva grahanan yatha anyatha grahanabhyam बीजबलभावाभ्याम तौ यथोक्तौ विश्वतैजसौ बद्धौ संगृहीता विश्येते. Here it means karya means that which is produced, or that is the aspect known as result, bala bhava. Karana means that which acts or forms the seed from which the effect comes out, sprouts. Both Vishwa and Taijasa spoken of above are regarded as being conditioned by cause and effect of the nature of what? Gurudev said yesterday. Misapprehension and non-apprehension. You understand? Non-apprehension and misapprehension. Cause and effect of the nature of non-apprehension or misapprehension of reality. But by cause alone is prajna conditioned. Prajna has only non-apprehension. Vishwataijasa, both non-apprehension and misapprehension. We say Maya has two powers, avaranam, vikshepam. Non-apprehension and misapprehension. Whereas in prajna state, there is only non-apprehension. There is no misapprehension. No world is projected. Nothing is projected in the deep sleep state. So he says here, therefore, the non-apprehension of reality alone constitutes the cause that leads to a seed of prajna. Therefore, these two, cause and effect of the nature of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality, do not exist, that they cannot occur in Turiya. In Turiya, what is there? In Vishwa, there is non-apprehension and misapprehension. In Taijasa, also. And in Prajna, there is only non-apprehension. But in Turiya, nothing is there. Neither non-apprehension, because it is itself. But there is a question of non-apprehension. Or misapprehension. It doesn't produce anything, it doesn't project anything. No cause or no effect. Karya, Karana, Vilakshana, Brahma. Other than Karya, other than Karana is Brahman, the Turyatma. So there is nothing in that. Advaita Sarvabhavanam Devastudyo Vibhusmrutaha Vishwadinam Samaya Karyakarana Baddhau Ta Ishtau Ishyede Vishwadaijasau Prajnaha Karanabattastu Dau Tau means misapprehension and non-apprehension. Turye Nasiddhyata. There is not there in Turya. Okay. So, Turye na siddhyado, na vidyade, na sambhavata ityarthaha. They cannot occur in Turya. These two, cause and effect of the nature of non-apprehension and misapprehension, do not exist. That is, they cannot occur in Turya. Katham punah karanabadhatvam prajnasya turyeva tattva agrahanan anyatha agrahana lakshanau bandhau na siddhyata idi yasmad. How is then prajna conditioned by cause, and how is it that the conditions of the nature of non-apprehension and misapprehension of reality do not exist in Turiya? Question will ask, the student will ask. And the teacher says, because नात्मानं न परांश्चैव न सत्यं नापि चानृतम् प्राज्ञः किञ्चन संवेति तुर्यं तत्सर्वदृक् सदा. That is why. Why? Because Prajna does not know anything. Kinchana samveti, na kinchana samvedi. It doesn't know anything. But what about Turya? Turya is tat sarvadrik sada, always knowing everything. They are both different. Prajna is different from Turya. Whatever is there, Prajna knows neither himself, nor others, nor neither truth, na satyam, nabi chanrudam, anrudams. Nothing it knows, nor untruth. But that Prajna kinchana samveti, turyam tad, but that Turya is ever the all-seeing reality. Remember yesterday you were hearing, I hope, or you went off to sleep. Gurudev said, it's ever awake. Turya is ever, even when you are sleeping, it is awake. That is why you are able to say, I had a good sleep. Ever awaking, awake. At all times. Sadrik sarvada. Sada. Okay. Atma vilakshanam avidya bija prasudam bahyam dvaidam prajno na kinchana samveti tatha vishwataijasau tadaschasau tattva agrahanena tamasa anyadagrahana bijabhudena baddho bhavati. Anyadagrahanam, agrahanam. That is non-apprehension, and anyadagrahanam, misapprehension. Agrahanam, non-apprehension. They are baddhaha yasmat turiyam tat sarvadrik sada turiya anyasya abhavat sarvada sadaivedi sarvancha tadrikchedi sarvadrikta tasman na tattva agrahana lakshanam bijam tatra. There is no non-apprehension in that Turya, because it always knows everything. Tat prasudasya anyadagrahanasya abhi ta eva abhavaha nahi savitari sada prakashatmake tad viruddham aprakashanam anyadha prakashanam va sambhavati nahi drashtuhu drashte viparilopo vidyate. Never the drashtu loses. Drashtu means the seer can lose his capacity to see. That function is never lost. So, Turya always is the seer, is the knowledge. It never loses it. Na viparilopabhati. Unlike Vishwa and Taijasa, Prajna does not perceive anything which is external and of the nature of duality, which is different from the self and which is the product of the seed of ignorance. Therefore, he is conditioned by darkness of the nature of non-apprehension of reality, which is the cause of misapprehension. Because that Turya is ever the all-seer, there being nothing other than Turya, there is no cause of the characteristic of non-apprehension of reality. The question does not arise. Because there is only one Turya and there is no second one. And it is ever the consciousness as it is. Misapprehension is not there. There is absence of misapprehension itself, which is the product of non-apprehension. For in the sun, which by nature is ever luminous, there cannot be anything of a contrary effect like suns refusing to shine or shining in a different way, as evidenced by the Shruti passage. The sight of the seer is never lost. So also the ability of the Turiya to know the truth is never lost. Whereas Vishwa Taijasa Prajna is not in that category. So that much of Bhashya is enough. I just wanted to tell you this is how the Bhashya literature goes. We call it the commentarial literature. When India loses the commentarial literature, then we have lost the great works of great Mahatmas. Bhashya is the greatest thing that Mahatmas have contributed to the fund of human knowledge. If that is lost, everything is lost. Now see, we are taking Gita. How many people can teach Gita from the Bhashya standpoint? Very, very few. Because we don't read it all, the commentary. We only read the English translations, which are all 3/4 of the time very bad. Because the Englishman doesn't know our culture. It's okay, I understood something. That is true. You understood something, but not what Shankara had written. This is the state of affairs. See, we have got every year academic camps here. And they again and again insist that commentarial literature must be learned at least by few people every generation. Otherwise it will be gone. Bhashya we should be able to read and digest. And actually Sanskrit is such a rich language that what we can talk in one whole paragraph or one whole page can be done in 2 lines in the Bhashya. That is the beauty of the commentarial literature. Is that clear? So I just wanted to expose you to because you don't know Sanskrit, there is no point in reading it. Then I will have to read it, I will have to explain it to you. That will become more tedious. Okay, unless we are hoping to take these classes for many, many years like this, like in Gurukula. In that case, yes. So like that it is, which we are going to do in the Bhashya itself, in the book itself. Nivritte sarvadukhanam ishana prabhuravyayah advaidam sarvabhavanam devastudyo vibhusmrutaha. Then karyakarana baddhau tau vishyede vishwadai jasau prajnakarana baddhastu dautau duryena siddhyata. So Tritya doesn't have either non-apprehension or misapprehension. So what is there in Turiya then? He says, Natmanam na paramschaiva na satyam na bichanrudam prajna kinchana samveti Turya sat sarvadrik sada Sat sarvadrik sada. What? Sarvadrik sada. I said that only. Sat. Turiya is ever and is always the all-knowing and all-seeing. Sarvadrik sada. All-seeing and all-knowing. Sarvadrik sada. Samveti turyam sat. Always. Everything it knows is ever and it is always the all-knowing and all-seeing. So, Natmananna paramschaiva na satyam na vichanrutam. Negation of the deep sleep state. In the first 2 verses we have negated what? The Vishwa and Taijasa. Now he is negating the Prajna state and he says, Natmananna para, neither or subjective or objective knowledge in prajna. He doesn't know himself, first of all. If you ask a fellow who is sleeping, who are you? He will only just make another snore, probably. What else he can say? He doesn't know who he is. In the deep sleep state, you are not aware of your identity. Whether you are a Brahmana, Kshatriya, that this, doctor, engineer, profession, you don't remember anything in the deep sleep state. So he says here, na atmanam, self. It doesn't know. Na paramschaiva. It doesn't know others also, not know anything of the truth or the untruth. Paramschaiva. It doesn't know. Na satyam, na vichandridam. Truth or untruth. Nothing, neither the truth nor the falsehood. This deep sleep state, prajnaha kinchana samveti. Prajna does not know anything at all. So when he gets up, he says, I slept like a log. I knew nothing. I did not even know myself at that time, or others, or whether this is truth or falsehood, or whether one is a varnashrama dharmi, his own dharma, he did not know. Nothing in. What is the difference between a sleeper is not in samadhi? That I told you long ago, that it is described in the Upanishads that samadhi and sleep are two different states. Here he says samveti, total ignorance. It is turyam sat sarvadrik sada. Turya is always eternal, sarvadrik sada. Meaning thereby continuous knowing. Sada, eternally knowing. You can say the sun is eternally illumining. It doesn't illumine. The nature of the sun is illumination. You understand? It doesn't go about with a whole bag of things and some, computer and all to illumine the world. Nothing of the sort. When it comes, whatever comes in its purview becomes illumined. It is the nature, it is the dharma of the sun. So also here, Turya does not, now can't immediately the Purva Pakshi will ask, then is he not doing something? You are saying he is not doing anything. Akarta. Then what is he doing? He is knowing everything. You are saying in the next verse. So teacher says that knowing is not a result of any effort on your part. His very nature is knowing. Continuous, eternal knowing is the nature of Turya. Is that clear? So, he says here, eternally neither truth or falsehood the prajna knows, but Turya knows everything. That is. Turya is knowing principle, we can put it that way. It's the knowing principle. Ever conscious of the world, conscious of every little thing in the world, conscious of itself. That is the nature of Turya. It knows itself, it knows the world outside. But knowing is not a job for the Turya. Turya, wherever Turya is, their knowledge automatically takes place. Where Turya is realized, knowledge comes automatically. Because the nature is Sat Sarvada, Sarvadrik Sarvada. All knowing and all seeing is ever and it is always the all knowing and all seeing. This is the nature of Turya. Prajna is not that. It doesn't know when it is sleeping also. When it gets up also, it knows very little. He says, I did not know anything in the deep sleep. Okay. As ignorance is nothing other than the non-apprehension of reality. And the non-apprehension, when we are told that in Turiya there is neither non-apprehension nor misapprehension, the doubt may arise in our minds as to what exactly is the difference between the Turiya and the Prajna, between the reality and the deep sleep state. We have already seen one is ignorant state, the other is all-knowing. That is the difference. The reality. In Prajna, there is misapprehension. In Turiya, there is neither misapprehension nor non-apprehension. It's an all-knowing reality. When? At all times. At all times it is knowing. Since we don't have any such states, we cannot even imagine what it is like. All the time the rays of the light of understanding comes to us from all sides means we have never experienced it, so we don't know. So he says, here we have you must underline that word, here we have a clear comparison between the objectless world of sleep and the sleepless world of reality. What Gurudev writes there, we have a comparison, a clear comparison, and the page 82 in my book. Here we have a clear comparison between the objectless world of sleep, because it doesn't see anything in the deep sleep state, and the sleepless world of reality. It never goes to sleep at all. Turiya is ever aware of what is happening. Drik sada. The deep sleep state ego knows nothing, neither the truth nor the falsehood, neither the right nor the wrong, neither the Atman nor the Anatman. Sleep is not a condition of perfection. It's a condition of imperfection only. It is not a condition of pure awareness. In deep sleep state, we experience only the knowledge of what? Ignorance. In deep sleep state, we experience what? We have the knowledge of ignorance. What is that? Knowledge of ignorance. Because we get up only kannu totake, I knew nothing. But that is an indication that I had good sleep. Why? I did not know the perfect ignorance. If he knew something at that time, that means he was not fully asleep. Is it not? Not a perfect sleep. How is this? Yeah. Neither the right nor... Looking at darkness is not seeing light. On the other hand, Turiya is a state of eternal and continuous knowing. I like that word, continuous knowing. Continuous knowing means there is no gap. Akanda vritti iti. Akantagara vritti it has become. He knows at all times. In Turiya, it is a condition of knowledge where we know continuously that we know everything. Whereas in the deep sleep state, it is a state where there is always the knowledge that I don't know anything. It's the knowledge of ignorance, whereas in Turiya, it is the knowledge that we know everything. That is the difference between Turiya and deep sleep state. In other words, it is the very essential nature of knowing. It is the very knowing principle. being principle. Okay. In order to know the Atman, no other knowledge is necessary. Then why we are studying? Good thing you said in the beginning of the camp. Then why to study? In order to know the Atman, nothing, no other knowledge is required. It's written here. It's necessary, and as such, Atman, the subject, needs no other subject. Who should know the knowledge of Atman? Atman or Turiya is knowing, and hence we have got the feature of Turiya very succulently pointed out by the glosser when he says that Turiya is ever all-seeing. You don't have to find out where it's going on, see. Sarvadrik. No better word can be chosen by the glosser, by the Karikakar. No better word. So, are you not ever conscious? Are you ever conscious or not? I am, and I am conscious. That consciousness only we are talking about now. I am conscious. Because of what? Because that of the Turiya Atma in me, I am conscious.
I am conscious because I am consciousness.
Itself. Because of? Turiya. Yes, of course. Turiya is the conscious self. No, don't confuse yourself. Whenever I mention consciousness in its highest sense, it is Turiya. But consciousness in the conscious of, that is a lower degree understanding. Have you understood? See, knowledge of is different from pure knowledge. Pure knowledge is Turiya, pure consciousness is Turiya, but consciousness of something is the Ubadi, Sopadhiga Jnanam, that is. You understand? And if you say, I have got knowledge of chemistry, we call it impure knowledge. Not that chemistry is impure, but my knowledge of chemistry is limited by other knowledges. I don't have the knowledge of physics. I don't have I have knowledge of music. I don't have knowledge of some other branch of. You understand? So we say, your knowledge of something is limited by your not knowing something. Then it is not pure knowledge, whereas Turiya is the very, what can I say, the knowing principle in which everything becomes knowing. The knowing principle it is. So you want to study, like Vatsyayana did, I will study Kama Sutra, and he studied Kama Sutra. It was available. Do you understand? Because whichever way the consciousness is turned, that knowledge becomes yours. Bharata Muni finds out the Natya Shastra, music. You think that music and all, somebody has made the music and all were intuitive knowledge. From our standpoint, it becomes very difficult to understand this knowing ability of Turiya. That is all. Okay?
Is it Samyak Jnana?
Huh?
Is it Samyak Jnana?
Samyak Jnanam we use in other words, we have full knowledge. Samyak Jnanam, I have got the vision, total vision. Samyak Jnanam is total vision. So this knowledge is very, very different from all other knowledge. All other knowledge is only knowledge of things. Knowledge of things. And you remove the things, like Gurudev says, the only, first he will say, the knower of the field minus the field. Then what remains? Everybody will say knower. Then he says, no. There is no knower because there is nothing to be known. Hence it is knowledge. That is how he will put it. It is knowledge. Knower of the field minus field is knowledge. Never ever say knower. Now suppose you put it in Sanskrit. See how beautiful is Sanskrit. Kshetrajna minus kshetra. What remains? Jnaha. Jnapti swarupa. Or nature of knowledge. That is where Sanskrit excels in English. You understand? So here, after having said that, he says, ever seeing, all seeing. Dvaidasya grahanam tulyam ubhayo prajna turyayoho bija nidrayuda prajna sajaturyena vidyade. Dvaidasya agrahanam tulyam. Equal, the non-cognition of duality is equal in both the sleep and the turya state. Dvaidasya agrahanam tulyam. Agrahanam means non-cognition, not knowing. Agrahanam, I didn't understand. That Dvaida is not understood by both sleep and turya. But the sleeper, what does he do? Ubhayoho prajna turyoho bija nidrayuda prajnaha. The sleeper is conditioned in the form of cause. What is the cause here? Non-apprehension. It is conditioned by the non-apprehension. There is the bija nidra. And he is asleep to the world itself. Bija nidrayudaha prajnaha saja turyena vidyate. But turya doesn't have that problem. It doesn't have either misapprehension or non-apprehension. So then what happens? And this, the sleep or the cause, does not exist in Turya. Turya is all knowledge, not avidya. Whereas in Prajna, there is avidya. In Prajna, there is misapprehension of the truth. In Turya is truth itself. Only Dvaidasya agrahanam. Dvaidasya agrahanam is tulyam, equal in both deep sleep and turya. Ubhayoho prajna turyayoho, both prajna and turya. Bija nidrayuda prajna. That bija nidra, that non-apprehension does not exist in turya. Nacha turye. Not in the turya. Navidyate. Agrahanam is equal, but the misunderstanding is not there. Conditioned in his sleep is in the form of cause, and this, the sleep or the cause, does not exist in Turya. Turya is all clear. There is no apprehension, no misapprehension, no anything. Very, very clear. Crystal clear, we say, no? Like that is Turya. A doubt may now arise or on deeply reflecting upon the last two stanzas. And it is being answered here. We are told that in the deep sleep state there is no cognition of duality. We are told that in Turya also there is no world of objects. In Turya also there is nothing, no intruding upon our awareness. If thus both in the deep sleep state and in Turya there is non-cognition of duality, in what way is Turya different from the deep sleep state? Question will come from the student. In short, the objector is trying to prove that since there is non-cognition of duality in Turiya, it must be nothing other than the deep sleep state. So the Purva Bakshi is trying to prove that both are same. That deep sleep state is equivalent to Turiya. So every day you can be Turiya. Go to sleep. In the class also you can be in Turiya state.
The fellow in coma is continuously in Kriya.
So he says, skeptics of the world, especially the communist class, who for their own misconceived ends want to prove that religion is empty and hollow, try to understand superficially the great scripture and come to their own conclusion. So, many of them have raised this problem to me. According to them, when everything is said and understood, Vedanta points out to the generation a happy state of liberation in a psychological and intellectual stupor. The absurdity of their logic is a measure of their important understanding. Gurudev also will not chhodte nahi. No. Equally powerful words he will use. Understanding, important understanding. So then, Shruti cannot be understood and its significance is examined merely by an intellect, however sharp it may be. A lot of deliberate and sincere living of its values alone can give us even an intellectual grasp of the theme of the main difference between the Turiya state and the deep sleep state is being pointed out here very clearly. I want you to do this exercise of what are the differences between deep sleep state and just put 2 columns and write 1, 2, 3, 4. It will help you because it will make you go through the text again and again. And it will help you. Okay, try to write. But where is the time, Amma? They will ask. Time you make always. If you want to do something you find the time, is it not? You want something very badly, there will be the time. Otherwise there won't be. There is agrahanam of plurality in prajna and in Turiya. Due to bija nidrayuda is the prajna. Because of that, non-apprehension is there. There is absence of duality. You understand? Misapprehension is there. Non-apprehension is there. Hence, they don't see anything. He has taken everything into himself and gone to sleep. All objects of the world, all experiences, he has taken into himself. Whereas, Turiya also does not have any objects in it. Same plurality is not there, but it is due to some other reason, not by the... That is knowledge. You understand? His not having the duality is because he has knowledge. Whereas this person has all these things are removed by non-apprehension. Then knowledge of reality, and therefore the condition of sleep is not in a state of Turiya. In the case of Turiya, it being an ever-all-seeing factor, there is no absence of the knowledge of reality, and therefore the condition of sleep is not in the state of Turiya. They are both 2 different states. First of all, you must start your article with that understanding. And then why you think so, you take examples from all this. And the blissful moment of selfhood are moments of dynamic knowing, continuous and unfluttering. See how beautifully Gurudev has given. A state of perfect illumination where there is no quarters for darkness to hide itself. It's a state of continuous, all-pervading, endless, eternal, perfect knowledge. You said, Turiya is knowledge only. That's what. And what type of knowledge? All pervading, continuous. Turiya is not a state which is antecedent or subsequent to any other state. It is a state, it is that which is there in all states. Which is antecedent or subsequent to any other state. It is neither cause of anything nor the effect of any other cause. All these are very important. That is why I ask you to write down, and it will become stuck in your memory. It is changeless and eternal. It is pure knowledge. Therefore, the causal condition cannot be obtained in the state of Turiya. What is the causal condition? Prajna. Causal Karana Shariram is Prajna. That condition is not there in Turiya. Condition cannot be obtained in the state of Turiya. Turiya is knowledge absolute in which ignorance has no existence at all. So I never read that portion, but somehow it came to my mind, it is all knowledge. Not basing on which I was arguing with you. Have you understood now? Prajna is ignorant. Turiya is all knowledge. These two pages, if you read a couple of times, it will become very clear, and you write it down in tabular form for your own benefit. What is the difference between Turiya and the Prajna? That. Unless we try to put down our ideas on paper, it will not stay with you. Like Karpuram, it will vanish. All right. We are too old to write all this. One is never told, are you older than me? No, I don't think. None of you are older than me. Okay, we'll stop there. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamahaday Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti.